Hi again, I'm Jay the creator of the English with Jay project and the Essential English course, which starts on the 15th of September, in case you want to take part. And you're listening to episode 26 of my weekly Essential English podcast. Today, I want to tell you about one of my favorite genres of music. It's called hip-hop, and it comes from the Bronx. For those of you that don't know what the Bronx is, it's a neighborhood in New York. And for those that didn't expect me to listen to hip-hop, what can I tell you? I am full of surprises. But let me first tell you a little more about New York. We Bulgarians know New York as a city full of tall Manhattan skyscrapers and bright Broadway lights. But that's just part of it. Actually, Manhattan is just 1/5 of the city. New York consists of 5 big parts, and there is a chance you've heard all of them. Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and the Bronx. And while it is true that most people who live in Manhattan are rich, this doesn't apply to the other 4 neighborhoods. People who live in Queens, for example, make 10 times less money than Manhattan locals. And the Bronx is even poorer. It is home to many minorities, including hundreds of thousands of African Americans. This is exactly why hip-hop started from the Bronx. Just like blues music a few hundred years earlier, hip-hop was born from real life. It came from real people on the street who were singing about their real problems, like being poor or looking for hope. You might know hip-hop by its other name, rap. Yeah, that style of music where people just talk and shout instead of singing. But, believe it or not, there is a lot of music in hip-hop. And, which may surprise you even more, there was almost no text in hip-hop at the beginning. You see, hip-hop first began as a genre in the 1970s. And to understand it, you have to take a look at the whole culture, not just the music. Hip-hop has 4 important elements. Number 1, DJing, which means playing and mixing songs in front of people. Number 2, beatboxing, someone imitating different instruments with their mouth, adding rhythm to the DJ's song. Number 3, breakdancing, people dancing over those songs and rhythms. And number 4, rapping. Rappers were first known as MCs or music constructors. They added words on top of the song. What most DJs were using in their mixes were jazz songs. This may come as a surprise to you, but hip-hop is actually 50% jazz. And jazz is the music that musicians listen to. MCs, or as we call them today, rappers, were just helping the DJs. They were never planned to be the stars of hip-hop. For the first 15 years of its life, DJs were the kings of hip-hop. Many hip-hop songs didn't have text at all. But people love words. And as soon as some talented poets started rapping on top of songs, everyone went crazy. You might not be a fan of hip-hop, not everyone is. But if you want to feel the spirit of New York in the 80s and 90s, this is your style. Just listen to the song Electric Relaxation, for example. It's written and performed by Tribe Called Quest. one of New York's finest. And it will transport you straight to 1994, the year Bulgaria almost won the World Cup, but not quite. So, in short, if it wasn't for DJs who organized hip-hop parties around the Bronx, no one would have heard about hip-hop. African Americans danced and had fun at those parties and spread the word. Today, hip-hop and rap are even considered two different genres, which they are not. But there is a reason why many people say they are. That's because some old fans of hip-hop, like me, don't like the way it sounds today. All rapping, not enough melody, and almost no jazz. To me, as to many other fans, hip-hop is not what it used to be in the 80s and 90s. I think that's enough for today. I hope episode 26 of the Essential English podcast changed your mind about hip-hop, at least in part. I'm Jay. Until next week.